Vernon Park, a large and handsome city park that is a center for many civic activities, is also a center for illegal drug dealing. It is what Anderson calls a staging area, where activities that occur here set the stage for activities elsewhere. Anderson observes, "The people of Germantown are overwhelmingly committed to civil behavior based on trust and the rule of law, yet there is a sense that violence is just below the surface in some pockets of the community. Here and just beyond in the commercial center around Shelton and Germantown Avenues, there is, as he suggests, an edge to public life that you don't find in Chestnut Hill." Germantown Avenue has no fewer than 83 places of worship along it. As everywhere, people along the avenue turn to religion, not only for solace, but as a way of making their way in a difficult and sometimes threatening world. Beyond the old square of Germantown, with its historic houses, signs of the industrial decline that transformed this area become frequent. Abandoned and decaying factories are everywhere. Once these industries were the underpinning of one of the most thriving commercial, manufacturing, and residential areas in the entire city. Today they are a reminder of the devastating consequences of what happens, in William Julius Wilson's words, when work disappears. Approaching Broad Street, we are now what Anderson calls the North Philadelphia Hyperghetto. In the business district beyond Broad Street, street vendors ply their trade and the stores mostly target the poor. As Anderson notes, the pawn shops here are in a sense banks for thieves. Check cashing exchanges charge exorbitant fees to carry out what elsewhere would be a free and simple transaction. North Philadelphia shows variation as we continue along Germantown Avenue, but it is here where the code of the street tends to rule supreme. But not only are these areas without meaningful law enforcement, they lack adequate garbage collection and other services as well. Signs of the drug trade are everywhere. Graffiti is common, but a more distinctive Philadelphia sight is the murals on buildings all along the avenue, thanks in part to the Philadelphia Mural Project. Many attest to the problems that face residents of these communities, but at the same time, they seem to reflect the human resilience that Anderson documents as well. There are scattered areas of redevelopment, even a partially gated community with the emblem, working together to improve the quality of life. But beyond this, derelict buildings and empty spaces increasingly predominate, with human habitation seemingly precarious in what feels like a no man's land. Yet even here there are surprises, as in the lovingly restored buildings of the Al-Aqsa Islamic Society Mosque, near the end of the avenue in South Kensington. Beyond this, Germantown Avenue ends amidst a leveled area, rubble, and an elevated interstate highway that allows motorists, as Anderson points out, to drive over North Philadelphia rather than through it, thereby ignoring its street life, its inhabitants, and its problems.